In this video, I'm going to show you how you can recreate this animation from Internet Anarchist.
Evan became an internet sensation after he hijacked a speech at the 2022 Game Awards.
I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
That moment went viral and racked up millions of views, but soon after, Matan's popularity took a downhill turn, and his name disappeared from the...
Alright, so first of all, come to After Effects and import all the assets. I have linked them down below in the Google Drive folder. After that, import this image. This is the image that we want. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to increase the exposure a bit and set 80%. And it is a bit down if we just this one is a little bit dark, so we want it to look something like this. So now we have to mask out this guy from this image. But to do that, let me just mask it out. Alright, so now we have masked the kid out of the frame. So now all we have to do is just duplicate this image with Ctrl D, go to the mask on the bottom left and remove the mask. Or invert the mask. You can do any one of this. Me personally, I'm just going to remove the mask. And also go to transparency and make it 55. Alright. The next thing we're going to do is make all of this 3D and introduce a camera. We're going to layer a new camera and then okay. Now get this kid image and make it like I'm going to say 500. Sorry, no, not 700. Something like that, and then just get it down a bit. I think that looks fine, in my opinion. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to camera, position, make a keyframe, and go around 3 seconds. And then we want to zoom in, right? So something like this. Alright, I'll just move it up a bit. Yeah, I think all we have is looking fine. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Alright, so now if you take a look at it, it's gonna look something like this. I think that's fine, but this now depth to it, and to that depth you gotta make the head move right and left. So to do that, just go to the kid image, right? Go to the kid image, then go to the 0 second mark, and also select the pin tool, and then make a pin on his head, like around this part, then on his neck, on his shoulders, then elbow joint, and then wrist joint. Something like this, okay? And make those. Alright, so now what we can do is if we move this, as you can see, the head is going to move. So now what we're going to do is go around 1:15 seconds. So go to the first frame, right? And move the head a little bit to the left. Something like this. And then go to the 1:15 second and then move the head a little bit to the right. So this. Alright, now go here, effects, and then puppet, and then mesh 1, and then deform, and then puppet pin 1. Now, as you can see, there are keyframes that have been made, so the head is going to move from the left to the right. But now what we're going to do is go to the 3rd second and make another keyframe. Here's another keyframe. I'm going to copy the values of the first keyframe to the 3rd keyframe. So the first keyframe and the value 1185.8 and 202.7. So 1185.8 and 202.7. So there we go. We have the value of the first keyframe into the third keyframe. So now I'll click on the stopwatch icon and then loop out. So now what it's going to do is just ease them, and now you will have it going and continuously, right? So it's a loop. So that's why you use the loop out command. Alright. Alright, so this is how it looks right now. Okay, fine. So now now what we need to do is import this image, get it down to something like 50, and also import this video and scale it down to something like 75. I think works fine. Then what you want to do is move the video a bit forward, so something around the lines of this. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is take the roughened edges and drag the preset here. I'll go fractal influence, make it 0, and the border to 45. So this is going to create a rounded edges. Okay, so now what we're going to do is pre-comp it and move all attributes to the new composition. Then duplicate this. Duplicate this. Now go to the second layer that's below and drag the fill effect. Okay, and make it white. Alright, go to the scale of the fill bottom layer, make it 1.4 and 102. So this is going to create edge around the border, right? So another thing I'm going to do is go roughen the edges and make it like 5. Let me see how it looks better. Perfect. Maybe yeah, I think that works better. So 1.2 and 102. So now just click on both of these layers. Alright, and move this a little bit upwards. The next thing I want to do is we're going to go to the channel icon and import this to the timeline. Alright, something like this. So now just make a spherical mask. So a spherical tool from here to around here, something like that. Or move it, Alright, so I think that looks fine. So next thing we're going to do is move it here, move the channel icon, and now make a text layer and character, and make the text layer font set bold works fine, and make it center strain 01. Like this, imitate all the text layers and subscribe and the like button here. Let me do that real quick. Alright, so mostly done with everything. We just need to get the date, right? So to do that, just type views on the date, right? So let's say 1731 276 reviews. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is get monster and medium, and then get it down. Alright, before moving on, try this. like that, and make it like 35. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, pre-compile. I swear upon I'm going to pre-compile, and now we can log on. So what we're going to do is move everything down to adjustment layer first. Add this. Alright, so we have everything organized right here. The views, the subscribe, the title, the channel name, and the profile picture. So everything is ready. So the last thing that we need to do is the animation, obviously. So first thing that we're going to do is make everything 3D. Okay, 3D. There we go. And now go make a null. So take like this, and then drag everything into the null object except the video, and move the video minus 500. Make the null 3D, and make the null also move minus 500, right? Now go make another null with Ctrl Alt Shift Y, and then link the camera to the null, make a keyframe, move like 6 seconds forward, because let's say 6:15, and then zoom out. Something like this works. So now we're going to have to adjust the scale of this thing, so let's get it down. And then now I'll just scale it down. Alright, so we have everything ready, right? So now what we're going to do is, first of all, ease the camera keyframe with the graphs. Something like this. The next thing we're going to do is go to 20 seconds and the video, make a position keyframe and a null object. Make another position keyframe. Now go to around 5-15 seconds. I'm going to say make 2 keyframes. Now go to the previous keyframes and move the objects upward. So and move this downwards. So something like this, so it pops out. Right? So the next thing is we're going to go create another null object, and now link both the video and this null object to this null object. And now go to the first keyframe, make a keyframe, make it 3D, make a keyframe. Now go second here and make another keyframe. Now go to the first keyframe and make this minus like 750 ish. So now take all of them, easy is, go to the graph and smooth in the graph. So something like this. Now what we're going to do is go everything and enable the motion blur and make motion blur around 360. Alright, so we will have something that looks like this. As you can see, the kit pops up for a second here. To fix that, just go here and set the minus to minus 198, something like that. Yeah, that's gonna fix it. Alright, up until now, the edit is going to look something like this. Alright, it's fine. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is go to the camera, make a keyframe at the 5th second, uh, around 30 seconds when we want to end. Then I'll make it. Okay, so something like that. Okay. So around 12 seconds is make a notification number then low, and then 15 seconds is when you want to zoom out again. So here, right here. So model it out. So it's and then 14-15 seconds. Make another keyframe and go around like 18-15 seconds. And just zoom in into the views. Zoom in like that. Okay, I think that works. The next thing is, as you can see, there are borders here, so to fix that, just go to this layer and drag the motion out of it to this layer and make the output with like 350 and the output at 250 as well, and then put mirror edges. And also another thing that we want to do is create another adjustment layer and make it go underneath the this layer, and then go around 3 seconds when it's zoomed out, right? So 2.5 seconds. Now add portion blur and exposure effect and make a keyframe. Then go around 14-15 seconds and make the -15 and the exposure -1. Something that looks like that. And also just ease the keyframes a bit. So like that. Alright, so we have another thing that's zooming in right so here. So we just want to use this keyframe as well. So something like that. The next thing that I want to do is move the keyframe actually a bit forward. Alright, so I think that works. And the next thing is go inside the text layer, so like that. Alright, so now go to the pen tool and make the stroke color white and make a stroke like this and increase the width to something like 35 and set the mode to difference. Now go 15 seconds, right? So around here, go trim paths and add a keyframe. Now go 18 seconds, make another keyframe. Now go to the first keyframe and make it 0. Alright, so now just ease the keyframes. Go to 14 seconds. Alright, now go to 14 seconds. Let's add this text there. And now just go animate, opacity, 0, advanced selector, advanced, then ramp up, then ease high 45, and then offset to -100, and make a keyframe around like 17-15 seconds. This one. What it's going to do is just ease the keyframe again first. And now as you can see, it's going to just basically make animation on the text. So now we'll have the highlight effect as well. So everything is pretty much ready. One more thing that I want to do is I think I can zoom in a bit more. So something like this. Actually, alright. Alright, so this is how it's looking right now. Alright, so we're mostly done with everything. We just need to draw the graph. So to do that, first of all, we're just going to disable all the layer for now, and then import the graph picture like that. Okay, I'm going to scale it up a bit, and I'm going to draw rulers like this. Okay, so we have the ruler. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the pen tool and then make the stroke 1 pixel, and I'll make something like that. Okay, so exactly like that. It's going to be straight down. This. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this and position it upwards so it lands exactly like this, and then duplicate that and position this upwards so it lands exactly with this. Now duplicate this and position it so that it lands something like that. This. Now what we're going to do is type a text which says use and make it like semi-bold, something like that. You know what, let me make it medium and then align it something like. Alright, now duplicate the text layer and name it subscribers and make it extra light, so something like that. And now go to the exposition and move it to the right side. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is type the views or into dollars. So I'm going to just use the regular Montserrat font for this one and type 337304028. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're mostly done, right? So last we just have to do this text. We just do this text, and to use this text, obviously we need to use 30.8 million. And we're going to use extra light and scale down the font a bit, so something like that. Okay. Something like 15 I guess will work. No, that's too much. 20. Yeah, 20 works in my opinion. So I'm going to duplicate this, change the Y position somewhere around here and make it 27.2 million. Now duplicate that and make it 13.6 million. And now duplicate this again last time. Okay, position it downwards and make it 0. Alright, so now duplicate this again and move this Alright, so the next thing that we have to do is just copy this graph. So make the stroke 5 pixels and the stroke color red. So here. Alright, so after that, just go to the graph picture, right, and go to the masking feature and mask this. So after everything, we have something that looks like this. So now just mask everything that we just created. Pre-comp, sorry, not mask, pre-comp everything. And now drag deep glow effect. So if you don't have this, just use the normal glow. But deep glow is better than the normal glow. And I'm going to make it 0.25 So it's a solid bow effect. So now go inside the composition and now drag the deep glow to this layer only and make this require for text and make this maybe like 0.5 I think. Yeah, that works. So maybe we can drag this underneath everything. So we're gonna do that. Alright, now this is how it looks. I think that's fine. The last thing we want to do is equip the text to this one as well. Now go to inside the composition once again and 18 second, and now go shaper 5 and then frame path. So we want to do is we want to make an animation of starting and ending. Right, frame paths and make a keyframe and go 22 seconds. Make another keyframe and first one make it 0. So do this, ease the keyframes a bit, so we will have something that looks like this. Right, so this will make the trim paths like this. So that's what we basically did. So the last thing we want to do is make an animation for the text layer for the views. So go to 18 second as well and go here, animate, and we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the other text. Opacity, make the opacity 0. So let's just do what we did with the other text. Alright, so we don't actually want it to start at 18, we want to start at 17 or something like that and move it further. Okay, so we just want to look like this. I think that's fine. So another thing is read. Okay, no, I'm gonna do it later. So now just come here and go and enable everything. Right, so enable everything. Now go around 17 seconds. I'm gonna say. Now camera. Let's go to no object, make a keyframe. I'll go around 21 seconds. Oh, alright. So now make the pre-comp layer 3D. No, not because of that. Make it 3D and make it come minus 750. It's gonna be forward, right? So make another keyframe. Basically just zooming out something like this. I think this is gonna be fine. Maybe zoom out a bit more for minus 1400. Alright, so now scale it down a bit. Alright. So we have everything almost ready. We'll go to the 17 second mark. And now what we have to do is go transparency, opacity, and make a keyframe, right? We'll make a black solid. Take it underneath the pre-comp and make opacity at the 17 second mark as well. Now make the opacity 0 and now go around like 15 second. I'm gonna say, and then make a black solid opacity something like 65 and make this one opacity 400. So we're gonna have something that looks like this, right? Which I think looks fine. And the very last thing that we're going to do is going to ease this keyframes as well. Alright, we're almost done. Okay, so final thing. Okay, this is the final thing that we're going to do is add adjustment layer and now add some bitnet to it. So CC in bitnet and increase the amount maybe to something like 200. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, let's see how it looks.
Matan Evan became an internet sensation after he hijacked a speech at the 2022 Game
I
Awards.
think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
That moment went viral and racked up millions of views, but soon after, Matan's popularity took a downhill turn, and his name disappeared from the